First, Weight Watchers, and now thinkThin. So many of you likely know, or you heard that in late Q3 of 2018, kind of the end of 2018, Weight Watchers rebranded into just WW, just the acronym WW. So they're no longer going to be known as Weight Watchers. So on their packaging now, website, any of their communication now, they're just WW. But did you also know that thinkThin did a very similar thing? So last month, actually on April 1st, and this is kind of why I initially thought it was a April Fool's joke, the Glanbia-owned thinkThin put out a press release. So this press release also had a celebrity endorsement, had a humorous undertone to it. So I just initially just kind of passed it off as this has to be an April Fool's joke. So actress Brittany Snow said in the press release, after giving it a think, I decided snow was too confusing. I'm not weather. And she proclaimed that from now on, she's just going to be known as Brittany. So with that humorous undertone from their celebrity endorser, and also it coming out on April 1st, just kind of passed it off as an April Fool's joke. Well, after forgetting about it over the last couple of weeks, listening to the Glanbia earnings call last week, I noticed that their CEO, their managing director, made reference to this thinkThin rebrand. So thinkThin will now be known as Think exclamation point. So just Think or Think products. I'm not exactly sure how they denote themselves in terms of like communications, but their packaging, if you look at their packaging, it's just Think with an exclamation point. So after Weight Watchers and now thinkThin decided to change their name, I started to think a little bit, like, is this going to happen more? Are more of the brands that use, Weight Watchers, diet, slim, thin, skinny, are they going to do similar rebrand moves? Is this going to be a trend that we need to pay attention to? And what's at the bottom of this? Like, why is this happening? I think at the core of why this is happening is just the market has spoke. A few examples of products that are seeing some activity that could be used as an indicator for some of these rebrands. So one example could be like the beverage category, some of the diet beverages, so like a Diet Coke or a Diet Pepsi. It's kind of been flat at this point, losing a little bit of its steam, and now a lot of the sales are now transitioning over to like the zero-calorie ones, so Coke Zero. And in terms of like supplements, the weight management category has been pretty flat over the last couple of years in terms of compound annual growth rate. A few analyst firms are projecting that the next couple of years are also going to be flat. So be it these products that are geared towards weight management or just some of the words used to denote that on packaging, you're seeing changes. You're seeing the market decide not to buy those products. And when you have a few of those things start to tumble, it's kind of like a dominoes game. I mean, things start to roll pretty quickly. People get a sense that that might be a reason why something's struggling. They get the itch to make a rebrand, and then it's just kind of one of those things where you see it compounding over and over. And I think at the core of this and why the buyers have kind of decided that they don't want to purchase these products anymore is that the internet disseminated all this information. There's so much information available to you now today. Marketing really is tough if you are trying to sell something, a magic pill or something like that. I mean, those things still exist, but I think a lot of people are speaking out about a holistic approach of wellness and getting healthy from the inside and out, and really making sure that you create a lifestyle and it's not just an easy fix with pills or maybe some marketing lingo that makes you feel like this product is going to help you get skinnier. So because of consumers getting more educated, they've been kind of turned off and to a certain extent maybe even revolting against brands that overly market, overly use bold claims to be skinny or thin or diet, any of those types of things. And just to note, I mean, this is kind of happening as well with like the anti-aging movement, age demographic that's 50 and older, do not want to hear that they are aging or getting older. So some of the terminology in that category is also kind of changing. So we might be seeing this happen in some other kind of contexts. And this idea of like kind of preaching more of a holistic, full lifestyle wellness approach is at the core of why Weight Watchers, now called WW, rebranded. They still want to be known as best weight management program in the world. mean, that's still the core, that's the reason why they're in existence. But they want people to focus on eating healthier, exercising, and having a more positive mindset. They believe all this kind of goes into approaching weight management, getting healthier with a better foundation. They believe that this holistic approach is much more representative of their ideology now, and they thought the WW name would be able to project that better than Weight Watchers. And similarly, on that press release and through some of the marketing people on the thinkThin brand side of Glanbia, they're saying, in terms of the name thinkThin, they always believe that the think part, that was better representative of what they were as a brand. That was better representative of kind of where they wanted the brand to go, what they're, about the center of what they believe. And to kind of reinforce that, they've also launched a new marketing campaign called I Think I Can. So good play on words on the brand, where they're showing the determination and the nutritious source of energy needed to accomplish your goals. So they're using some storytelling, utilizing some humanistic approaches to kind of better explain how the thinkThin, now Think brand is more aspirational. It's more encompassing than just being about thinking thin. And they believe this kind of rebrand to Think will help them broaden their customer base. It will also help them with some new products. They don't have to just really be focused on products that kind of have the connotation of helping you get thin. They can kind of broaden this a little bit and find some opportunities in the Glanbia portfolio to not cannibalize any of the other kind of sales channels that have similar products in them. And I think officially the Think rebrand goes kind of full force in June. I think they were launching 3 protein bars to kind of kick off the campaign. When I was looking at their social media, they did have some user-generated content and a few other things that did have the Think brand on there. So you are seeing that kind of roll out now. So I'd imagine if you are a thinkThin, aka Think buyer of products, you're going to see some changing in packaging. If you do follow them on social media, you probably already noticed some of this. But we'll be paying attention to this one. We'll see if maybe some of the other brands that really lean on some of those thin, diet, skinny words will disappear soon, or they'll kind of change the way that they represent their brand with some of their outward communication and packaging. So if you have opinions about this subject, would love to hear those down below. And if you're a subscriber and you haven't said hello yet, would love for you guys to just introduce yourself down below. Lets me get to know my community a little bit better so I know who's watching my videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to help support me, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button on this video. If this is the first time you've been introduced to my videos, would love for you guys to be a part of my community by subscribing to my channel. I upload several videos just like this weekly, and if you guys want to connect further outside of this platform, I do include all of my social media links down below. I just want to thank you guys again for your time. Hopefully I gave you some value in return, and we'll see you guys on the next video.